But preliminarily, this is what I have so far. Call came in at 17:11, which is 11 minutes after 5. One of our sergeants from Rochester Hills was actually listening to a new technology we deploy called Live911. He heard the call come in before it was even dispatched and immediately directed himself to this. He was on scene within 2 minutes. We recorded it at 17:13, but he was here before that. We'll back up, a rather chaotic day, obviously. So the call came in, as I mentioned in my short brief, out on the street at 17:11, which is 11 minutes after 5, about an active shooter, shots fired. We have deployed a relatively new technology called Live911. One of our sergeants in the Rochester Hills substation was monitoring Live911. That allows us to hear the actual call come into dispatch before it's even put out over the radio. So he heard that call come in and immediately self-deployed to the splash pad and was on scene in less than 2 minutes.
Can you talk more about that Live911 system? It seems like that made a big difference here.
Yeah, I mean, that's a piece of technology that I was super excited to get and kind of inculcate into our policing capabilities, and also, married up with another technology that we've begun to use called DFR, drones as first responders. So with a drone, we can have an operator actually geofence the 911 call and hear a call before it gets dispatched and launch a drone to get actual what's going on, sometimes even before a car gets there, 20% of the time. And then people in that district can actually hear the call to the 911 center before it goes out over the radio. So it can markedly improve response times in an emergency, which is what it did here.
Is it protocol, or will it be for deputies to hear and respond before being dispatched?
If they hear something that they think they can make a difference, absolutely they're authorized to do that. The one kind of balancing act we have is we don't want sensory overload on them trying to listen to radio, trying to listen to the phone calls, trying to drive. So we're trying to balance that, but we have that option available. It was utilized tonight to great effect, in my opinion.
You talked also about the response here at the splash pad and how you're rendering aid to the victims. So that Live911, where your deputies and sergeants are able to hear calls coming in and get there before even dispatch tells them to go there, seems like it made a huge difference and may have saved some lives yesterday.
Yeah, that's one of the technologies that I had kind of on my to-do list once I heard about it a number of years ago, and now we have incorporated it into our operations so that we can geofence that relative to areas that are being patrolled, or DFR, drones as first responders, and then actually allow our staff to hear real time what the caller is saying, sometimes, as you said, and what happened in this case, even before it goes out over the radio.